MOUSE. Here we go. Good morning, everybody. This is Leah and Ryan and Loft Manager Richard from the Pioneer Invitational One Loft Race and the Pioneer Racing Pigeon Club of Ontario. Race number 3, North Bay, 258 kilometers or 168 miles. We have a little bit of a weather delay at the moment. Ryan, I'm going to check to make sure we're on Facebook and YouTube and send it over to you and Loft Manager Richard at our release location. Over to you, Ryan.
Well, good morning, everyone. We're going to have some holding here today. It's going to be a fun day for holding. We've got interesting visibility today. A reminder, the birds should be in a headwind, so birds are going to be coming down low. As me and Richard have talked, I said to Richard when he left last night, he left at 12 o'clock. He headed out to North Bay. We made it a point to stop in Burkes Falls. It's 50 miles from the release point. I want you to stop there and have a sleep for a few hours. And right around 5 o'clock, get up and start heading towards North Bay. So drive about 50 miles and see how the sky is looking. And it was fogged the whole way up, just like it is here now in beautiful North Bay. You wouldn't be playing with pigeons in this sky today. You can't see really anything. It's thicker than pea soup, and all the way down to Burkes Falls, anyways. That is, and I've looked through the course, and there's lots of fog. So we're gonna have to give it lots of time to burn off. But any house league trailers that are liberating, look, there's the Home Depot sign. You can't even read Home Depot. Any trailers that let their birds out, guys, I will say that's why you're on a house league trailer. You know, it's rookie mistakes here.
So we have Loft Manager Richard live from the release location, which is the Home Depot in North Bay, Ontario. Richard, why don't you tell us what's going on there and what you saw when you got there, what time you got there, and give us a little rundown of the weather situation where you are.
Yeah, there's lots of fog coming north of Burkes Falls. North Bay is heavy duty fog. I don't know if you people can see it from there. Can you see it?
Guys,
Yeah,
Loft Manager Richard wants to know, can you see the fog situation currently in North Bay? We can definitely see it. Not looking very nice there.
I've got a Holiday Inn beside me, and then right to that side of the Holiday Inn that you see there's a Chev Olds dealership there with a large sign. You can't see it from here. And we're talking probably, I would say 500 meters, not maybe, to that. I'm just going to take a little walk here, and Highway 11, which is right to the east of me. I'm going to walk towards that. I'm walking towards this fence. On the other side of that Highway 11, there's another hotel there. And can you folks see that from here?
We can't see the other hotel. I see like maybe the peak of something, but I'm not 100% sure.
You see the peak of it. It's unbelievable. You wouldn't even, you could barely see it.
Well, you can't even see. Oh, there, you're starting to see cars. Look at that. You're starting to see cars.
Starting to see some traffic there on Highway 11. But right alongside of the road, there's that hotel. And you barely can see it. I walked about, probably I'm about 100 feet closer to it.
Yeah.
There you go. You're starting to see it there, yeah? Yeah, it's incredible. Just incredible.
Look,
you can barely see the transporter.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel a bit of southeast wind. If you see the Home Depot over here, do you see the flag? Can you see the flag flying from where I am?
Yes, we can.
Yep.
Right, so that's southeast wind. So those birds, if I liberate now, because it's a southeast shoulder wind, they're going to be coming down. Because in headwinds or shoulder winds, they fly low to break wind. And if they fly low in this stuff, they're going to be trouble. Big trouble.
I just took a look at our girl Windy, and Windy is saying that the wind in North Bay at the moment is out of the southwest at 4 kilometers an hour. I'm just going to throw Windy up here for a second, Ryan. See if you can have
Hmm.
a look. So we are on the right date. It is the 21st of August at 8 a.m. North Bay, Windy says the weather is out of the wind is out of the southwest at 4 kilometers per hour. Temperature
Well,
is 22 degrees, and the visibility at the moment, now they're saying it's 21.3 kilometers in North Bay at the moment for visibility.
there's no way.
There's
I'm
no
right
way.
here now.
Yeah, like
Something's wrong
how
there.
Wendy's lying because as we see, loft manager Richard, there's no way that that's 21.3 kilometers of visibility. And this is
I
why
can get
it is
if you
important. This is why it is important that our liberator shows our audience exactly what the situation is at the release point because the weather network and windy and whatever else is not right there at the present time. And that's why we do this for you folks. Jason
this
Mihalik, good
this
morning. Owen, good morning. Mike Sheridan says, go into the Holiday Inn there for a nice continental breakfast, Dad.
yeah. I
Back
can
to you.
uh, I could ask somebody here, people walking around here, what's the weather? To me, this flag
No,
looks like
we
it's
don't
coming
want them
out
to
of.
put you in a home. We don't want
Yeah,
Yeah.
them to put you in a home. Don't do that.
I don't really think we need to ask people what the weather is because we can clearly see what the weather is.
Hey, and our show, we don't have a bunch of idiots on our show. We have an intelligent group.
Yes, we
Now,
do.
Ricky, in the book of Lou, would he be releasing? Do you have your little table set up? So in case you do want to do a liberation, you get your table there. But no, I'm just playing. It really has great visibility. We're gonna have to let this definitely burn off. We're gonna let it burn off. I'd rather fly birds in hot heat and good strong headwinds than let them out in this because I'll tell you when they go up into this, they just keep circling and they're
yeah.
burning time on the wing and they're getting wet and they're getting wet and they're getting wet and they're getting wet. And you know what? That's no good for those birds. You just scrambled the brains.
If you look on the other side of the street from this Home Depot, there's a Honda dealership. Can you see the Honda sign from there?
I
No,
can't.
that would
No,
be a
that's how
hard,
that's how
hard.
that's how foggy this is.
So guys,
I can
audience, let us know. You guys are the liberators. Take a look at the weather. Would you be liberating the transporter in these weather conditions? Put your answers in the comments because we want to know what your thoughts are. Do you guys think it's not too bad and just let her rip, or do you think that this is something to be concerned about? Let us know in the comments.
Holy, I love that. Let it rip. You're getting terminology like me. Now, see, guys, even today, I wouldn't be letting them my own birds at if we were on training flight number 4, I wouldn't, or 10 or 32, I wouldn't be letting them out in this. I'd just sit there and let her cook off. That's a me thing.
believe it or not, I think if you let your pigeons out at home for a loft fly in this fog, they'll fly 3 minutes and land.
Everybody in the audience is giving us all a big hard no, big capital letters, no, that we are
Well,
smart to
No,
hold.
yeah,
maybe we should just say hell with the audience and go for it.
No.
if you look at this view here, there's a cat a machine there, earth mover, and there's a stop sign. I can barely see it. On the other side where that pole is, there's a building there. Can't see anything.
And I think this is why, folks, we cannot just go off of what Windy or the Weather Network or Google Earth or whatever tells us. We have to go in real time and have a educated liberator with the transporter who knows that this is not a situation where we release pigeons.
And you know, Leah, FYI, I was just checking the message boards in the wonderful world of pigeon racing. In the NNRPA, that's the Niagara Racing Pigeon, the Niagara Racing Pigeon combine. Their house league trailer is up in North Bay this morning, and they've released their pigeons into this at 7 a.m. Now, I'm going to give them a round of applause and some wow faces. Now, Ricky, there's about 1,300 birds. How many have you seen go over?
Not a one.
Oh, guess they're still doing a lot of this.
Maybe they released up the hill. Maybe up the hill, it's sunny days. I'm not 100% sure, but that's a little concerning why they were released. I don't know. They can do what they want, but this does not seem like good release
the thing is, the thing is, what they're thinking is it's sunny up there, but you got to remember, the wind is south. Here, I believe it's southeast. It's very slight, maybe 4 mile an hour. Those pigeons are going to come down into the wind to catch to break the wind. They're coming down. They don't have a tailwind, and they're going to fly down into this stuff. So,
And the good thing is that's why I said to Ricky, we talked about it. When you're in Burk's Falls, get up at 5 in the morning and drive. Takes you about an hour and 10 minutes to get from about Burk's Falls to North Bay, and you'll see how the fog patches are. And it was full of fog the whole way. So we know the first. Dad, could you show me something other than that, please? We know that the first 50 miles is low ceiling shit. I mean, even look at the sun. The sun's burning through, but it's not. We don't know if it's a sunny day or not.
Tim Taylor says it's time for bacon and eggs, and Troy says lots of fog up that side. Obviously, as we can see, if you're wondering where we are located right now. Loft Manager Richard is at the release location, North Bay, Ontario, 258 kilometers or 160 miles. We are holding, as we can see by the sky situation, low visibility, lots of fog. Back to you, Ryan.
Now, Ricky, I know you've been up there this morning. You already called me since about 6:30, and you gave me the weather report. And I said, well, we're not going to go on just yet, but get the water to them. So I know you've already watered them, and I know you got some more watering to do. And there's Windy there on the right. But you want to show the birds, maybe give them a little bit, another shot of water? Because it looks like we're going to be here for, I'm thinking the time's probably going to be 10 o'clock. I just got that feeling.
I mean, I'd like to get them up because I know it's going to be a very hot day, but I'd sooner have them fly in heat and see where they're going than fly in this a little bit of cooler stuff here, but it's too heavy a fog.
Well, and that's the thing, as we wait, as the minutes tick, yes, the temperature will increase. But what is worse, that fog or a little bit of heat? I mean, I can certainly check here with Windy. I'm not sure if we trust her anymore, but I will check what Windy says for 10 a.m. as far as temperature goes. In North Bay, it's showing here 26 degrees at 10 a.m. in North Bay. And let's take a look at the visibility. So it says here that the visibility at 10 a.m. increases to 42.5 kilometers. And the wind, let's just check that out, at 10 a.m. will be directly out of the south at 5 kilometers per hour. So right. That's what Windy says for 10. Go ahead, Ryan.
And what I like is you see the visibility they're saying right now is 21. And it looks like shit. So it goes up to 43 at 10. So that means that bottom fog should burn off. And we should be setting pretty for a race.
So I just put the time back to 8 a.m., which is the time right now in North Bay. And checking on what Windy is saying for visibility. So now visibility, Windy says it's 16.2 kilometers, which I'm also not really believing at this point. But back to you, Ryan.
She's a dirty girl out, Windy. But you know what? She's going to get it right by the end of this season. We got Ricky over there by the People's Combine. He's drinking. He looks like he's in drinking mode.
You want to give him some water, Dad? I'm gonna hydrate as well. I'm gonna make a coffee, Ryan, so you can direct Loft Manager Richard while I make my coffee.
Yeah, Ricky, you got your selfie stick?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna pour some water here, eh?
Yeah. Can you turn the stick? Yeah. Why don't you put there you go.
Trouble is, you gotta lift this thing up.
Well, why don't you put the stick down and pull the stick up? Oh, there you go. You're starting to see them drink, and that's perfect. You know what? You see the birds coming through. You can see it. Good job, Ricky. That works real good. Pigeons, always remember, guys, pigeons love the sound of water. It's like when I go to a bar, there's nothing that sounds better. When the bartender puts that ice into the glass, it just gets me so excited.
Can you see? Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah, you see them having their drink down the line, and that's good. This is now, for some of these birds, it's maybe their first drink or their second drink. Ricky will keep the hydration going to them, even every 15 minutes, just pouring a little bit of water in there just to get their brain going, hey, time for a drink, time for a drink, time for a drink.
There we go.
You
I don't
see?
know. Can you see it?
These birds all have been drinking since about 6:30 this morning. Yeah, perfect, Richard. Boy, oh boy, is that good. And this is why we are Canada's only professional racing pigeon league. You see it all. You see it from start to finish. Remember, it's not that flying in 30-degree temperature, sure, she's hot, but down the course there's water. Let's give them a headwind. Let's give them 30-degree heat, but let's give them the visibility, the confidence to see where the hell they're going. Because you know what? Putting them into the fog, dropping them low through the fog, they're either going to land, they're going to circle, they're going to spend an extra hour on the wing trying to orientate. And you know what? In these conditions, they will try and go around the fog. They will look and they will go. I remember, I'm not lying, a few years ago, I was in Temagami and the weather was beautiful in Temagami. It was a 10-plus day. I let the birds out and I drove about 3 miles. And after the third mile, I went through about 50 miles of fog, as thick, if not thicker, than what Richard had there. And I'll tell you, those birds should have done it in about 4 hours. The first birds didn't come till 6.5 hours on the wing. And I said at that point, I will never go to a release point. I will always be 50 miles away, and then I will drive to it so I know what Mother Nature has in store for them.
Well, that's exactly right. Because what it can be doing here, you go 10 miles south, 10 miles north, 10 miles west or east, it can be doing something completely different, right?
Yeah. So we'll just later it.
Mandy says, awesome picture of the drinker. Yes, Loft Manager Richard is really pushing home the point that, yes, we do water the birds several times. And look, they know what to do.
Hey, you want to know what? Seeing is believing, right? Why does everybody believe in Santa Claus? Because you go to the mall and you see him. If you didn't go to the mall, you wouldn't believe in him.
Let's take another look at the sky conditions. Loft Manager Richard from the release location. See if anything's lifted. Not so much.
She's starting to lift a bit. You remember I told you that hotel on the other side of Highway 11?
Yeah.
Can you see? You can start to see it now, right?
You can see it a little bit better, yeah, but maybe it's because I know
better,
what I'm
yeah.
looking for. But you can see it there just by the fence line. If you just take a look just over the fence, you can see that little peak of the roof. I guess it's a hotel across the way from the highway.
Yeah.
Beautiful
And
North Bay, Ontario. Go ahead.
We'll swing over here to the Chev dealership on the other side of the Holiday Inn. I don't know if you could see it. You see a pole, the Holiday Inn. You see a pole right on the other side of that pole's the Chev dealership.
Now,
I mean, it looks like it's a little bit clearing, a little bit from like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, just a bit.
Now, Richard, you're going to have some time there. I want you to get the flyers. You go look in the back seat. There's flyers. I want you to go in front of the Home Depot there, just like a Jehovah's Witness. Start reeling them in, okay?
Yeah.
Reel them in. Get them all in there. And if people are wondering, well, why the hell are we at the Home Depot parking lot? This is the very best way to advertise the sport of pigeon racing, okay? There has been at least, look at all the soccer mom bands there right now. Take a look at that.
We whenever possible try and pick a location at the release point where you're going to get the most traffic, the most promotion. Whether it is a Home Depot parking lot, I think the other few weeks ago we were at the Walmart parking lot. Releasing pigeons in a field where nobody can see you does not help to promote the sport, folks. How many people have you had so far this morning, Dad? Come on over and ask. Let's give you a good morning and ask, hey, what are you up to? How many people? I bet you like 5 already.
Yeah, I did. Actually, I had 9 people.
9 people
Nine
already.
people.
Nine people came over. Yeah. And the thing I like about releasing at a Home Depot or a Walmart Plaza or whatever you call it, there isn't any wires here. It's really open. You know what I mean? Or a schoolyard, no wires.
Alma says most
Beautiful.
traffic for people in North Bay is the liquor store. Yeah, the parking lot was a little tight, Alma, a little tight. John Sebesta, I hope I said that right. Is that Mouse John? I think it is. Good morning, John. Says the NRRPA up at 7 from North Bay. The spot they released from did not have the same mist. Well, let's talk about that, Ryan, because I'm sure there's going to be people who said, well, why didn't you release from the same place that the rest of them released from? Or why are you doing it different? Or how come they released and you didn't? Why don't you take that, Ryan?
Well, it's quite simple. This is a better spot. Okay. This is headwind day. The birds are going to be tree height. Okay. That's how high they're going to fly this morning in a headwind. So I know where they are in North Bay. They're up on the top of a hill. They're outside of North Bay. They're north of North Bay. They're not even in North Bay. And I hate to say it again, they're not in North Bay. They're north of North Bay. But that's besides that point. When the pigeons come down the hill into the headwind, they're going to lower themselves, wanting to lower into the fog. And you want to know what they're going to do? They're going to circle, 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 circle. And that's what they're going to do. And from here to Burke's Falls, which is 50 miles, it's nothing but this shit fog. So the way I'm looking at it here, I wouldn't want, I did it in Temagami. I had a beautiful spot, just like the NRRPA did. The House League trailer had a great spot. Let them up. It was clear. A 4-hour race turned into 6.5 hours. Why? Because me as the liberator, I was too damn stupid to wait, drive up the last 30, 40, 50 miles and see the weather. And that's what we did. That's what we decided, because it wasn't claiming to be a super nice day anyways. And as we're seeing, it's not a super nice day. Now, hey, maybe the NNRPA are going to get super returns, blah, blah, blah. But from what I'm gathering from you people, you wouldn't put your birds up in this weather yet. So you think the NNRPA should be up, or the whatever ones? Again, did they show you? Did they do a video? Did they take the time to make you guys, the flyers, feel comfortable? You want me to let them up now? Let them up now. I'll get my head ripped off.
Well, my question is, for those of you who are on that transporter or any other transporters who already did the release out of North Bay, remember, guys, we are also in North Bay. North Bay is not a big place. It's not a big place, North Bay. So my question is, for those of you who were on transporters who released from the exact same location, North Bay, at 7 o'clock this morning, when you see this and you see the fog, how does that make you feel about the liberation that took place this morning, now that you see what the actual weather conditions are live and in real time in North Bay? Not that I'm trying to
And you
cause
know what?
problems. I'm not. I'm just saying.
We got the, and here's the other thing. We got the Eastern Ontario House League Combine there. We got the NNRPA House League Combine trailer there. And we got the Canada's Up North Combine House League trailer there. Okay? There's about 3,000 birds in North Bay. Okay? You know what? Just like Barcelona, that Home Depot should be full of these trailers promoting the sport of pigeon flying. So another big damn loss for pigeon growth in Canada. But why don't we want to grow it? Because our brains are the size of a fucking pea.
Moving on.
Sorry.
We're gonna move
I'm
on and be
sorry.
positive today. I don't care
I'm
about
positive.
them. Let's just not. I shouldn't have even mentioned anything.
No, Leah, we're missing advertising.
Well, you know what? It's a good thing that the three of us are that the Pioneer is doing it. And that's all I have to say about that. I don't care what they're doing. I'm worried about focus what we're doing. And we're trying to promote and we're holding because of the fog, and that's what we're doing. I don't care what the rest of them do.
I'm with you on that, Leah. Back to you, Richard. Back to you.
As far as maybe they had to go to a wedding by 2 o'clock.
Hold on, Ricky. Back to you, Leah. Back to you.
Troy says most definitely with the fog, no matter where you release from in North Bay at this point. Yeah, well, that's why we're holding, Troy, because we want to make it
Thanks,
as
Troy.
clear visibility as possible for the pigeons. We already know that they're going to be up against some extreme heat today, and we already know that they're going to be up against headwinds. So why would you want to throw in low ceiling and fog into that equation?
Can add for a little bit more of an exciting day. I know the hate mail would come in a lot more, but
To
Ricky's
each their
doing good with
own.
that camera. He's feeling good. He's really moving it left and right. Almost like we're on a boat.
Almost like we're on a boat. In case you guys want to see an aerial view of where Loft Manager Richard is, I am using my friends here at Google Earth. Not a paid promotion, but it is pretty cool. So here we go. This is the release location, the Home Depot in North Bay, where Loft Manager Richard is. And as you can see from the aerial view, you should be able to see a lot of stuff where we're at. A lot of stuff. How come it's not spinning? There we go.
Yeah.
Right? It should, I mean,
Yeah.
that's what you kind of should be seeing. And we're not really seeing that, are we? We're seeing a lot of that.
A lot of that. Barbie and Gerard are going to the dollar store. I think, you know what? Go to the dollar store,
Now's
go
the
to
time.
Walmart.
Now's the
Now's the
time.
time. Now's the time. Maybe go to the bathroom if you have to. So it could be a number two. You're going to have a bit of time. Don't worry.
Oh, poor Tony from Karloff's. He's all stressed. He's got tummy pains. Don't worry, Tony. Don't worry. I guess, did the Up North release? Did he have birds on the Up North maybe that released? I don't know what the Up North did. Does anybody know? Did the rest of the transporters release this morning? Are we the only ones? The holders?
I don't know. Tony will have to fill us in on that one. If he's got the squirts now, I'm sure his birds are up.
Well, not to fear, Tony. We have First, and First is very safe and very secure in our transporter. Not to worry.
Yeah,
I guess they
that
did. It says here released at 8 a.m. Yeah, the other one, the Combine, the Up North, whatever they're called, they released at 8 a.m.
All right, Ricky, just look for them. You'll see them. Watch out; they could hit you.
Oh yeah.
I'm feeling very. He should have an orange penny on, Leah. He really should.
Don't get run over, Loft Manager Richard.
I mean, it's starting to clear, but it's still not. It's still not good.
Thank you,
Starting to
Tony.
see
Yep.
that hotel.
Up North released at 8 a.m. I guess the NRR PA, whatever, released at what time? 7, I think Mike said, Sheridan. And then was there another transporter up there?
Yeah, I think the EOC.
Did the
I
EOC
think.
release yet? Anybody know? Maybe, I guess
I don't know.
well, it does look like it is clearing a bit. A bit.
It is
Oh,
now. Now you can see the Honda dealership across the road,
yeah.
but it's
But
still.
you got to give it time. You need time. And those birds, and I'm going to tell you, 99% of the pigeons on the transporter, they're not trained for this. You ask Tony, okay? You can ask Tony. He's a new flyer. Tony, have you trained in this conditions? He's going to say, no, I don't. Or I'm saying Tony or Glenn or Bob or Smith. No, I don't go out in this. No, I don't go out in this. No. So you got 1,300 birds going up, and at least 1,000 of them go, I don't go up in this shit. What are we doing? I don't go up in this shit. What are we doing? So what do? Around and around they go. And the guys that are tough-nosed and that do let them out in this kind of stuff, their birds are a little bit more familiar to it. And that's why you'll get birds that streak through and break through. And that's why, again, this week, I left my birds in the heat all week. Kept the heat on in that loft. Get them used to the damn heat. Heat has to be your friend this week. And they're going to go in the heat today.
Yes, they are. It is going to be a hot one and a humid one. It is 8:23 now on the clock. What are we thinking time? I mean, I guess we don't know. It depends when it clears. But it does appear to be clearing. Even Mandy says looks like it's starting to clear a little bit, slowly.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm just gonna go. I'm thinking maybe for about 9:30. Let's let her burn right off good. Let's give them a good run at it.
What are you thinking, Loft Manager Richard, seeing as you are at the release location?
I think we should wait a bit.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it's not whatever those other people did. They did what they did.
That's right.
But if I had a group of people right here, pigeon people, and said, "What do you guys think?" They'd say, "Are you crazy? You gonna liberate in this? You got to be crazy." That's it.
So,
So what are you in a
and you know
rush?
what? The question is, those who go slow also arrive, right? I rather go slow. I rather have the birds instead of flying 1100. I rather have them flying 900 and have all they got to deal with is heat and headwind. I don't need to add, exactly like Leah said, the fog and the poor visibility. So we're better to wait. I think, Leah, we're going to come back on maybe for 10 after 9 and take a look, maybe 9:30 or 10. I'm still thinking 9:30 or 10. That's going to be the go-to time.
So Troy says, look like it will be a 9 or 9:30 release for you guys. Barbie and Gerard say, wait, we absolutely will be. Frank Eichhorn said that did the same here and trained in the PM, Ryan. So Frank trained for the heat. So it is 8:25 now. I think what we will do is we will end this broadcast and then check back in at what time would you like to? Quarter after 9-ish, maybe?
Yeah, let's come back on at quarter after 9, and we'll go from there. We'll either make that decision for 9:30 or we'll recalculate and go back up at 10. But we're gonna get it figured out. We want to have a safe liberation, and we're not nowhere near there yet. You can still see it. It's no go.
So sit tight, folks. We will get a release off at some point today when Loft Manager Richard and Loft Manager Ryan feel it is safe for the pigeons to do so. We will check back with you live on Facebook and on YouTube from the release location and the Pioneer Village at quarter after 9, so in about 45 minutes time. Good luck to those of you whose birds were released. We wish them well. We wish them the best. And check back with the Pioneers in about 45 minutes live from the release location. I'm going to sign off from the control center, Ryan. You sign off from the village.
All right, I'm going to sign off for LMR. He's done a great job yet again. You can see that expertise of over 60 years in the pigeon racing sport. He's done a great job yet again. He will keep the waters going to them. You will see them get rewatered again around 9:15 this morning. We're going to wrap this up, guys. We will be back on 45 minutes. So get out your peanut butter. Make something good with peanut butter today, okay? Kraft is our #1 morning snack here at the village. Inch by inch, brick by brick, mile by mile. We're not going to fly with fog lights today, guys. We don't need those. We're going to let those pass. And when she's clear, we're going to go. Thanks for flying with us, guys. We'll see you on the other side in a bit. Bye for now.